Hello, everyone. We're here at Chicagoland um, Motor Speedway as we're about to do race number 5 of the regular season. As qualifying is 2 minutes left in qualifying, 3 minutes into qualifying. Take a look at our timing sheets for now, as we have don't know if we have any other drivers on the racetrack. Actually, we have a one. Let's that up. Sean M. Conglin. On track right now on the 14 machine. Only person on track right now, actually, Brock Packard also doing some laps on the apron. So, can the 14 machine best the Latham Joyner right now? He's 4 tenths off. He's gonna get up to 12th, and now he's only 1.16 tenths off our leader, Latham Joyner, as he's going to be on pole position for now. I think everyone else has qualified. Yeah, it does look like that. So we have about a minute left in qualifying, and unless someone joins the
Yeah, I
session,
think that's on the pole,
um,
Latham.
quickly, that will be our pole position, as I don't think anyone else will. But we'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back before the race. As we're back here at Chicagoland Motor Speedway, as we're going to take a quick rundown of our grid for tonight's event. As to be let's get the grid right now. It's gonna be Latham Joyner on pole position. On the outside of him, Eric Keplinger, who lost out pole position for the second time in a row by 6 thousandths of a second. So very close qualifying effort there. Aaron Brown third place, trying to continue, or at least his top 3 streak, heading into the 1.5 mile track, second one of the season so far. Eric Heater on the outside row. Hayden Lowton fifth, Brock Packard in sixth, Luke Peters seventh, Bruce Rivers eighth, Luke Rufaro ninth, Vince Iguchi 10th, Jocelyn Washington 11th, Sean M. Conklin 12th, Joseph Madigan 13th, and Marshall Harris rounding out the field in 14th, I believe. And that is correct. I think 14 total cars for tonight's event. So 80 laps here at Chicagoland. Let's take a quick look at our weather info for tonight's race. It's going to be a nice 71 degrees air temp, about 2 mile per hour wind, northwest direction, changing once in a while. Now it's west. Humidity 0%, fog 0%. Skies partly cloudy. Track info for tonight: 1.53 miles, 4 turns obviously here at Chicagoland. 102 track temp, and obviously in the state of not Chicago, Illinois, Joliet, Illinois.
Green flag, green
and
flag.
The green flag is out, and we are racing here at Chicagoland as Hayden Lowell gets off to a good start, and he's going to go to the apron already early on in this race in the 6 machine to the inside of Aaron Brown and Eric Keeter. 3 wide for third. Now Hayden's going to make his charge to second. Kepling goes a little bit high, trying to block off that one from Eric Keeter. And here comes Luke Peters down the back straightaway. Back straightaway is a little different than most 1.5 mile tracks. As Hayden looks to the inside, as Latham Joyner goes around, and that's going to be a big one as cars are flipping in the back. Latham Joyner around, Keplinger involved. I think Eric Keeter involved there also. And that's a big crash on lap number 1 already, as Hayden Lowell making a very aggressive move to the inside. And I don't know if that was a lap there, as Aaron Brown sideways, but he saves it. And a lot of cars involved, a lot of people had to go through the grass. I think Marshall Harris just gets through. And taking on board with him. He tried to go outside, but he just got on the brakes in time to avoid that wreck. So great job from Marshall Harris. As let's take another look at that replay there on the chopper view. Very aggressive move from the 6 machine. He made it 3 wide on the start, and he got the second there from that move. And down the back straightaway, he got a really good run. And Luke Peters was coming with him also. He had a really good run with all that draft. But he's Latham's just kind of blowing the low side. Hidden. There's a little bit of a gap, but I don't know. Good save by Aaron Brown, getting shoved by Luke DeCaro there. Let's do a slow-mo of that one. And that won't let us. But Hayden Lowell made the move into turn at number 2 and 3. He went to the low side, tried to make it work, but kind of hit Latham Joyner there. There's a lot of people down pit lane already. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back before the green flag flies. We are back here at Chicagoland Motor Speedway as the field has chosen what lanes they want. Hayden Lowell going to be choosing the inside lane from that first place position. And Vinci Gucci on the outside lane. Jocelyn Washington in third. Sean M. Conklin in fourth. And Marshall Harrison fifth. So kind of mix of a top five after that big lap one wreck.
Green.
The green flag is out. We are back and we're racing again here at Chicagoland as Hayden gets a really good restart there as that kind of bunches up the rest of the field as they're too wide entering turn number 1 and 2. We have this wide camera angle. We kind of see a lot of action going on in the back there as the top two kind of single file for now. But 3 wide for I think that's a 5th place position. Now they settle back into 2 wide heading down in turn number 24. And we make it through cleanly. First green flag lap of the night. Hayden Lowell will lead us down on the lap number 6. With 3 wide for that 5th place spot yet again. Marshall Harris on the inside. Eric Keplinger on the middle. Actually, I was for 6, but Latham Jordan making that top side work. Very good for him. He's back up to 6th place now. He's making his moves as they're almost through after the race. But here comes the number 1 of Jocelyn Washington. He's Hayden Lowell on the very top side trying to make that work. He's going to have a huge run on the exit. I don't know if it'll be a big enough run to do anything with it. I've seen a lot of drivers, the very top doesn't work that great, but the middle top-ish area works where Hayden's running right now. It kind of works when you have the car on the inside of you, but Dylan making his way up to 5th place as a single file out. But here comes Sean M. Conklin to the race lead, at least trying to, as he goes to the inside. Hayden Lowell goes to the inside. Luke Peters got 3rd place position. There's a pretty big bump in the middle of turn 3 and 4 on the outside, so it could upset some of the race cars here tonight. They do hit it inside of the racetrack, but Conklin leads his first lap of the net. But here comes Hayden Lowell. Oh, they're wrecking! Well, they keep it green as Hayden Lowell and Jocelyn Washington make contact, and Jocelyn is falling back big time. Let's just take a quick replay of what happened there. It's on slow motion right now. Actually, that's way too. But look, Latham Jr. had a huge run, and I don't know if I think they both kind of came together there. But Latham Jr. up to 2nd now, and Conklin in the 1st as the top 3 have pulled away from the rest of the field. Eric Keplinger in 4th, Aaron Brown 5th, and Washington will have to use their faster pair as they do so right there. Already on lap 10, they're going to be taking some tires as the stage is on the end of lap 40. As Brock Packard in 12th place is kind of the field's pretty spread out after that big wreck they had to avoid, but surprisingly there was no caution. But the top 5 is closing back into each other and closing. Aaron Brown closing pretty fast on Eric Keplinger in this top 3. Keplinger and Latham go use the top, so is Aaron, as they have a huge run on the top side. Keplinger go blow by Vincent Gucci on the 13 machine on the inside to Derek car. And Keplinger continuing to use that middle, and it's working pretty well for him as Latham Jordan making the move for the race lead. But Keplinger on the outside has a pretty good run. Here comes Conklin. He's going to go up to the outside. He's been kind of running that inside on the corners on the outside on the straightaway. It's kind of like the normal racing line here. But might have to block a little bit if he wants to keep this race lead as Latham Jordan right on the inside yellow line there, right up against the inside grass. This top 5 continues to battle. That's allowing Luke Picard to catch up a little bit. Last time by, he was about a 10th faster than our leader. So we could see some more people come up here, especially with the strategy, as we only have 60% fuel for tonight's race. So that strategy could play a factor in this first stage and the second half of the race. Excuse me, as Keplinger continuing to make the top work. He might be able to clear Conklin, and he does entering turn number 1 on lap number 13. Eric Keplinger, last week's winner, takes the race lead, and he's the only driver to have won 2 races this season. And a single file out in the top 3. Latham Jordan using the top side to his advantage, trying to get up to the 14's back bumper, maybe make a move to the inside or to the outside. Seems like this middle lane is working pretty well for a lot of these drivers. The back three, Joseph Madigan, Luke Lafaro, and Bruce Rivers closing the gap right there. As Aaron Brown trying to keep his top three streak alive right now. He goes to the back bumper of Eric Keplinger, but I think that dirty air really is hurting him. He might want to try to run the lower line than Keplinger, because Keplinger seems to be running that middle. And I think that clean air is definitely on the very bottom. If it can stick his car there, and he does. So he has some of that clean air off the exit. Can Conklin get to the outside? He does. That's kind of the disadvantage of running that very inside. The outside has a really good lane, especially that middle side. That middle lane is really good, it seems like, here. So, Aaron Brown clears him, but he's going to get a little tight on the exit. Here comes Conklin to the inside. He's going to get up to second now as he passes Aaron Brown, lightly crossing the line, but will he be able to clear Aaron Brown? Heading down to number one, Aaron Brown on the top side. Going to make that outside lane work as Conklin get a little bit tight with this tire wear, but he goes Latham Joyner with a huge run to the inside. All that momentum and draft as Latham will look for that fourth place position, or third place position, as Conklin going to be running that middle. So it seems like the middle lane is definitely the most dominant lane here on these older tires, but Keplinger pulling away just a little bit from these other drivers, but not really too much, as a few of these drivers are actually catching up. Joseph Madigan being one of them. Luke Lafaro now on the tail end of this top 5 train. We have a lap traffic of the Hayden Lowell lap traffic there. As Keplinger opening up about 3/10 lead over the rest of the field. Eric Keplinger over Aaron Brown. And Conklin still on the back bumper of Aaron Brown. Aaron's not being able to catch up to Eric Keplinger. I don't know if it's just because of clean air or Keplinger has the better tires for now. But right now, Eric Keplinger pulling away with this race lead for now. Aaron trying to find as many clean air as he can. He's kind of running the inside. I don't know if the very top side is going to work with these worn tires, but depending on how long they can go on tires, I think maybe the top side can work, but seems like a lot of these drivers are stuck to that middle lane. Can't really do much. Side by side for second place now, Conklin. He's been a really good driver so far tonight. He's been up front in his, I think this is the first start. I don't think he's raced in LRL before. 20 laps complete, 1/4 of the race done, and we have about halfway until the stage. As Aaron fighting hard on the outside, Conklin in the middle. Who will give or who will take? Aaron the power on the outside with a pretty good run. I don't think he'll be able to clear Conklin going down to turn 3 and 4. And this battle right now is allowing Eric Keplinger to pull away 100th by 100th. He's not pulling away a lot, but every 100th counts as it gets these two drivers away from his drivers. Aaron clears him on the middle of the side. But he has a huge run on Eric Keplinger, as Keplinger might have got a little tight there off of turn 4. That's allowed Aaron Brown to the top side. He's going to make that work. Will he get a big enough a run? He does, but he has to go to the inside. He fakes inside, goes to the outside. Conklin's going to push him up to Eric Keplinger's quarter panel. But Aaron goes a little too wide. Will he do for a crossover move? No, he's going to stay behind Eric Keplinger for now. Keplinger going to block low. Aaron goes middle. Here comes Conklin on the very top side. He's going to push Aaron Brown on the outside. Will it work? Aaron charging around the outside. He's going to clear Keplinger off of turn 2, and new leader Aaron Brown, as Keplinger can't clear himself. And oh, that was very close. Conklin may have backed out of that a little bit because Keplinger, I don't know if he was too clear there. But Aaron Brown up in front, as he's using that top side, seems like a lot of these drivers are using that top side. As Joseph Madigan in 7th, he's caught up to the tail end of this 6 car pack now. Making it about 8 as Bruce Rivers is up here. Looks like Vincent Gucci running the very top side. And it looks like it's working for that 13 machine as Aaron Brown a lot of these drivers are using the top side, so it seems like with these older tires, the top side's really working as Aaron's found a really good groove on that top side. He hits that bump right there I've been talking about. We can probably go on board with the driver in turn 3 and 4 and see what bump I'm talking about. But Aaron running against the wall. You haven't seen that in iRacing in a long time. And a lot of these drivers are following suit. Eric Keplinger being one of them. Not up against the wall as much as Aaron Brown, but definitely a lot higher than we've seen previously in the old tire model, not tire model, but old track state. Let's go on board with Aaron Brown. As you can kind of see that bump right there, I kind of lifted his nose up, not really nose, but tires and the car up the racetrack, and doesn't really that's kind of the bad part about running the top side in 3 and 4. And 1 and 2 is pretty smooth, but in 3 and 4 you might want to run a little bit more in the middle lane, as we saw there on the onboard. You can see that big bump. It really affects the race car and how it handles. But Keplinger closing the gap a little bit last time by. It might have been around hitting that bump, but I think if he gets high enough, he doesn't hit that bump. As I think he went a little bit he went lower to avoid the bump, but still high enough to get that momentum off the exit. Here comes Keplinger with a huge run. Luke Lafaro up to 4th place. 2nd in points right now. We don't have an updated points of Bristol Dirt, but it's, Dan Lisa doesn't have Bristol Dirt yet, but we'll try to get those up as soon as we can. Keplinger getting a bad run off of turn 2 after trying to make the move on Aaron Brown, just not able to stick it. Keplinger now using that bottom lane. Here comes Conklin. He's going to have another bigger run. He's been staying up in this top 3 a ton. And Luke Lafaro, he's made a pretty good hard charge up to the 4th place position. But we'll see if we have pit stops here coming to the end of this stage. Let's kind of look in the back here as Luke Peters has a ton of right front damage. He might hit the outside wall. Marshall Harris, Eric Keto side by side for 9th. Bruce Rivers in 8th, side by side with Joseph Madigan. As Latham Joyner in 5th place, getting the 1 stage point for that one. Was top 3, continuing the battle. Aaron Brown using the top side. Keplinger now in the middle side. Middle lane as Aaron's getting a huge run on the exit. As Aaron hits the wall, as that's going to slow him a ton down. As here comes Keplinger on the inside. Aaron into the wall again on the exit. Here comes Conklin to the bottom. As that loses Aaron Brown a ton of momentum. But he's going to have to fight back on the top side if he wants any chance. He might have a little bit right front damage. Take a quick look at this 18 machine while they battle for the race lead. Doesn't look too terrible, but right now Keplinger trying to defend his spot as he got a very lucky break as Aaron Brown was actually kind of pulling away from these guys a little bit. But Luke Lafaro making his way up to 3rd place on the inside. Will be able to clear Aaron Brown in the turn number 1 and 2 as a very close entering 1. As Luke Lafaro is going to back out of that one as Aaron Brown is running the top side. Kind of just multi-groove racing playing effect. I feel like when the tires wear out, it's a lot more multi-groove than when they have fresh rubber. They can kind of run the bottom a lot more. But these worn out tires and kind of use a lot of different lanes as these 2 guys up in front kind of using the bottom. Aaron Brown still continuing to try on the top side even though he hit that bump and hit the outside wall. About 10 laps ago into the halfway stage. Will these drivers have to pit here? Aaron Brown, Luke Lafaro, Latham Joyner. 3 of the guys that pitted in the top 5 as here comes Conklin to the outside of Eric Keplinger. So will Conklin be able to clear Keplinger? I think he'll have the advantage off the exit. And does. Will he be able to clear him? Yes, he does. Barely. Keplinger going to get a massive draft into turn 1. Will he use the outside? He tries to go outside, but Conklin, using his dirty air, defends well. Keplinger trying to find any momentum that he can on the racetrack. Keplinger going to use that middle line as he has a pretty good run entering turn 3. He has a pretty good exit right now. Side by side for the race lead and side by side for 3rd. as Conklin's going to lead that lap barely as they're side by side for the race lead. Kepling on the inside, Conklin on the outside. Conklin try to make the outside work. They're still side by side racing for the race lead. Conklin's got a pretty good run off the exit. Keplinger gets back in line. Will he do the same thing he did before? Yes, he will. Conklin, not as high as he was before. I think he might hit the bump that upset the race cars. We have one car down pit lane. Luke Peters, about 7 laps ago in our stage, to the halfway stage. So interesting strategy there. These guys have, I believe, 3 extra set tires that they can use in these 80 laps. I think that is Hayden Lowell getting laps for the 2nd time today. Joshua Washington, the 13th place, is Luke Peters, and 12th. Not a lot to take his fast speed, even though there's a lot of right front damage. But Conklin is that middle lane guy get by Hayden Lowell. Lowell goes to the apron right there. Luke Lafaro and Aaron Brown. Still single file for these guys, and kind of the same for the rest of the field. Vincent Gucci down pit lane in the 13 Dairy Queen. I don't know, I said Dairy Q. Down pit lane. Brock Packard entering pit lane. So a lot of strategy calls here. Let's see who is gonna elect to go down pit lane next. As Eric Keplinger get by Sean and Conklin, but he's gonna go down pit lane. Really on the on the brakes hard as he smokes some through pit lane, but tires don't matter right now as he's gonna be paying for fresh ones right now. Interesting strategy call would be will these guys stay out on these tires? Will they elect to take their other sets? As Latham Joyner also not pit lane. As Conklin had the backup for a second. That might cost him a few valuable seconds on pit lane. As Aaron Brown, Eric Keplinger down pit lane. Luke Lafaro with a follow suit. As there's a big pack of cars down pit lane. As Hayden Lowell spinning into the pit lane, but he's gonna save it, I think. Yes, he does. As big pack of cars. Joseph Madigan made up a ton of time on these drivers up ahead. As Aaron Brown get lead, as Aaron Brown actually got by Eric Keplinger on that pit lane entry. So let's see, Eric Keeter continuing to stay out. Was he saving fuel the whole time in the back there? That's probably why we haven't seen Eric Keeter that much. As actually, nope, he's just paying the lap as he's a very fast entry. As I think he did get slowed down in time. As Bruce Rivers also out of entering pit lane. Aaron Brown off first. Joseph Madigan second, but where will these guys cycle out to? Luke Peters will go around as he was almost a lap out. Conklin, where will he cycle out to? As I don't think, he had a bad pit stop there. As he had a 14.4 second pit stop. Aaron Brown 5.3. Eric Keeter also taking fuel only. It seems like these drivers. So Aaron Brown. And compared to Eric Keplinger, he took Keplinger took 5.9 seconds. So it was valuable time in pit lane. Looks like it was fuel only for these drivers up in the front. And so Aaron Brown has a pretty good lead over actually Eric Keeter. But Keeter, I think he was saving a lot of tires there as he caught up a ton to Aaron Brown, excuse me. As Heater was all the way up, I think back in 14th, I think. Or not 14th, 9th and 8th area, but he's up to 2nd now after taking fuel only. Will he be able to catch Aaron Brown? He's about 1 second back coming to the white flag. But with this strategy call, they're going to have to take tires during the stage in Latham Joyner on fresh tires. We go 3 wide. Lap car in the middle as Keplinger falls back to 5th place as last week's winner. I think he also won the stage last week, down in the 5th. So Eric Keeter still in 2nd as he's not really catching Aaron Brown. He kind of actually a little bit last time by about less than about 10th. But it won't be enough as Aaron Brown's gonna, I think, let Luke Peters by possibly. Maybe, I don't know. A little bit of teamwork there. As Luke Peters will probably be let go as he does.
The yellow flag is out.
Game by Aaron Brown as the caution is out. And it's going to be an interesting strategy call here with a lot of drivers taking fuel only and a lot of drivers half the field taking fuel only and half the fields. As field's gonna be cycling to, I think, the pace car here, and Hayden Lowe the only car a lap down, so he'll get the wave around as the Mustang pace car here on iRacing has the Sudan, whatever it was, not good looking, to be honest. Not bad, but definitely prefer the Mustang, so we have chosen the Mustang for LRL at the oval tracks. So Hayden Lowe getting his way around here tonight as Aaron Brown gonna lead us down pit lane most likely, unless we see some bold strategy calls. Wrong side of pit lane as he entering the pit lane. So let's see who's gonna go down pit lane here. Guess it's gonna be everyone that took fuel only. So Aaron Brown, Eric Keeter, actually a lot of drivers on pit lane. I think the people that took tires on that stop is gonna take fuel only here. The people that took fuel only are going to take tires here also. So very interesting strategy here as Heater entering his box right there. Aaron Brown, I think he qualified third, so he's going to get the third box. Like him obviously qualifying first. And Luke Lavarro staying out here. He took tires on his pit stop, but he's taking the bold strategy by staying out. Like them joining first driver off of pit lane. Conklin second. Those two took tires, so they're going to take fuel only here. Helping her get a beat Vincent Gucci out, as that's actually kind of a surprise because I'm pretty sure Vincent took tires during his green flag pit stop. But we're gonna interview our stage winner, Aaron Brown. Pull him into the booth right now as he's gonna be leading 10 laps of the night, and he's been making that top side work. So we're pulling him for a quick second. Oh, Aaron, you got a copy?
Yes, I do.
So as your stage winner, you made a pretty good strategy call there by taking fuel only, and it got you the stage win. What was your thoughts about taking fuel only?
I knew we were gonna have the caution at the stage, so just take 1.7 would have been fine, and it would have been probably the better option. But everyone else took 3.4. All I knew is that 1.7 probably got about 5 laps, and we didn't need that much. So yeah, so 1.7 was probably the better option. And also, if I did take tires, you'd have to really save them there. So I really wanted those points, try and get as many points as I can, just in case I have a bad finish. So I have, as you know, I've got a top 3 streak every single race so far this season. So kind of want to keep that alive if I can.
Yeah, and so far you've been doing pretty good tonight, leading 10 laps. We saw later in that run you kind of using the top side. Do you feel like you found some speed up there compared to the middle, or what you feel about the top side?
That top side's really good. If everyone's right in the middle, they just get all dirty air, and that run definitely later on at the run there. That run on the top was really good, especially when other people are trying to save, I guess, kind of. But it was really good. It's gonna be really close on fuel here actually as well. So we'll see how it goes.
Yep, and congrats on your stage win, and hopefully we're speaking to you in victory lane.
Thank you.
So we're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be right back before the green flag. We're back here at Chicagoland Motor Speedway, as a lot of people elected to pit here with the 1 to green as the other drivers pit hitting low down pit lane. His car is off. Conklin decided to choose the outside. Vince Gucci on the inside. The green flag is out. Latham Joyner. Oh! Into Luke LaFaro. Let's go bunch up the field. I don't think Latham thought he was clear there. 3 wide for the race lead. Jocelyn Washington back into the race lead. We saw them up in the race lead after then there was some contact between Aiden Lowell and Latham Joyner. But they're back up in the race lead. They hit the apron and hard into the outside wall they go. And no caution yet again as 2 cars, Vincent Gucci and Jocelyn Washington, hard into the outside. Jocelyn just hit the apron there. I got a bit loose and right into the 13 machine. Surprisingly, there was no caution yet again for a hard hit into the inside wall by 2 drivers. That's Luke Rufaro in second, Joseph Madigan in third, Marshall Harris in fourth, Aaron Brown in fifth, Sean M. Conklin in sixth, Eric Keplinger seventh, and Eric Keeter eighth. So that's gonna be your top 8 drivers as Aiden Lowell in 14th and Vincent Gucci. I'm guessing he already uses fast press as I think he's out of this race. So a lot of carnage on these first opening laps of every restart. It seems like we had the turn 1 back, and then we also had Hayden Lowell, Latham Joyner contact on turn 1, and then also Jocelyn Washington in the apron there and collecting Vincent Gucci. But we stayed green for now with about 30 laps to go. Latham Joyner out in front, Luke LaFaro in second. Here comes Aaron Brown. He's up in the third position as Joseph Madigan falls back to 4th. So with these older tires, it seems like it gets a little bit more multi-groove than it does with the fresher tires. So we'll see how this plays out on the longer run as Aaron Brown going to choose the top side for the middle-ish. But we talked to him earlier, obviously right before the green flag, and he said he likes running that top side and the middle side when everyone else is like running the bottom, since there's no dirty air. It seems like he's doing that right now as he's a pretty good run on the exit. He's going to clear Joseph Madigan heading out into turn number 1. Luke LaFaro and Latham Joyner just continuing on the bottom line, but Aaron Brown, will that middle lane be able to work for him, as Latham Joyner has a pretty good comfortable lead over Luke LaFaro and Aaron Brown, but Aaron has a big run as it seems like this top side, middle side, whatever side Aaron Brown's running is working pretty good for him. He's right on the back bumper of that 54 machine entering turn number 3. So top 5 kind of pulled away from the rest of the field as Joseph Madigan blinks for a second there, but Aaron Brown has a pretty good run on Luke LaFaro. He goes to the inside of the 54. I think it's a DC shoulder machine. He's going to be able to clear Luke LaFaro as he's going to be at his sights on Latham Joyner for that race lead. He's going to knock on the apron, but Latham right up against the side grass. But Aaron's going to choose the top side. And I'm surprised no one else has been running that top side since Aaron's been doing so well up there. And Aaron's going to have a huge run down into turn number 3. He looks to the inside. Latham's going to give it to him. But will Latham pinch him into turn 3? No, Latham's got actually the top side. He's got a pretty good run. Will he look for a crossover move? Yes, he does. Aaron goes to cover it. And Aaron Brown out in front now. Latham Joyner to the inside. Joseph Madigan to the inside with Luke LaFaro right now. And Marshall Harris sitting in 5th place, kind of watching all the action take place. And he could maybe make up a few positions if these guys kind of wear off their tires. But Luke LaFaro had a pretty good run, but Latham Joyner is right on the back bumper, down the back straight, but he's going to look to the inside. And turn 3 and 4 is Luke all the way to the grass as he's going to try to clear Latham Joyner. Will he be able to? Yes, he will. Luke Peters on the bottom of the track, so guys will have to use the middle of the top side. As Aaron just continuing to pull away, I'm just surprised no one else is on the top as Heater. I've seen the back. He's the only other driver that's really run the top. As I'm just surprised no one else is following Aaron Brown's footsteps. As Aaron's like really the only driver, other than obviously the lap, because of the lap cars. There's actually something happened to Eric Eplinger. He's back in he's 2 laps down. Not sure what happened to him. As Luke Lafaro goes to the side, as looking drawing down the middle. Here comes Luke Peters is going to give Madigan the good stuff as Eplinger came to mix up things 2 laps down, so he's going to back out and turn. From Jordan gets a little tight there, and that's going to allow Luke Lafaro to pull away. But Aaron Brown having about a half a second gap. I think that's the biggest gap we've seen all race long, not including pit stops. So Aaron just can keep this up. I think he has a pretty good shot at getting a good finish at least, and maybe even a win. But here comes Eric Heater as he's having a pretty good run on the outside as he's doing the same thing Aaron Brown's doing. Now he's got to go to the middle lane since Luke Peters is on the top. Aaron, the only driver on that wall, kind of, as Luke Lafaro kind of cutting down that lead. Seems like Aaron Brown's kind of running the wall. I don't think it's the fastest way around. It might save a little bit of tires, but I don't think it's the fastest way around the racetrack. But if I was Aaron Brown, I would be running where Luke Lafaro's running, so he has to run something different. If that makes sense. But down the back straightaway, the top 5 under about a second blanket. That's about the top 5. Top 6 about 1.5 seconds back. So we have Bruce Rivers in 7th, battling Brock Packers. Conklin's kind of falling back. I think him pitting on the initial green flag pit stop really hurt him. He was having a really good day, but we could see a late race caution here, or some pit strategy go his way. But Eric Keplinger, I think he might have actually pitted pretty early. He's going to go to the top side of Aaron Brown. He's going to make a move to the outside. 20 laps to go. Aaron Brown out in front. Luke Lafaro trying to close that gap. These drivers are 1 and 2 in the points right now. Aaron Brown is hoping to extend that points lead even more over Luke Lafaro, as Aaron Brown is having a really very historic season for him. And right now he's continuing that really good, bright season, running these laps out in front and obviously winning the stage. So we'll see what he can do. About 20 laps to go if he can hold on to this race and win. Closing the gap lap by lap. He's running that bottom line, trying to get as much of a run in the corners as he can. Try to get Aaron Brown's draft down the back straightaway. Also, something different about Chicagoland's back straightaway. It's a little curved, so inside has a little bit more of an advantage in most back straightaways. There's one driver down pit lane. That's a Latham Joyner. He's gonna be pitting with 20 laps to go, trying to hope for that undercut. It seems like. As Luke Lafaro is on the back bumper of Aaron Brown, he looks to the inside. Also, Eric Heater looking to the inside. Joseph Madigan in the background here. Luke Lafaro not enough of a run. Make it work. Luke continuing to use that bottom. He's trying to get as much of a run, but he just can't. As Aaron's really good in the middle lane. As Eric Heater gets by Joseph Madigan, but really good with him. I think he does have him cleared right here. Joseph's got a big run on the exits. Oh, Joseph, I think he might have barely scratched that outside wall. Marshall Harris having a really good run in that 5th place position. He has a chance to get a good top 5 position if he can make the strategy right. He can maybe have a shot to win here if he plays the strategy right. And we're nearing about 15 laps to go. Let them join out of pit lane right now. He's 1 lap down. Luke Peters 1 lap down. Conklin also making a pit stop here already. He's about 5 seconds back from Latham Joyner, so if he can make up some time on Latham, he could maybe look for that second place position. But LaFaro continuing to find something, to try to find something to get by Aaron Brown. The bottom line's pretty even with the middle as Aaron just gets such a good run on the exit. So Luke just doesn't have enough draft to make anything happen. As Luke LaFaro loses a lot of time there on Aaron Brown. As no one else is really too close to each other. Eric here down pit lane. He's right there. He's on pit lane right now. Will Latham Joyner be able to get him off of pit lane? He's already in his box actually. So I don't know if Latham will be able to get him as he's on his left side tires right now. Out of his box right now. I think it's a Latham Joyner coming off of turn 3 and 4. As he's going to be able to get by Eric here, I think, as he does. Will Conklin be able to? Because I think he is still on the apron. He's just off the racetrack as he is about 3 seconds behind Latham Joyner. But Latham really not too far off as Aaron Brown out pit lane with Luke LaFaro. Brock Packard up to 3rd, Marshall Harris 2nd, Joseph Madigan 1st. So interesting strategy call here. Bruce Rivers in 4th. That's 7th, 1 lap down. Gotta get by Brock Packard here for that 3rd place position. Question is, can Aaron and Luke beat Latham out of the pit lane? As Latham is entering front straightaway. They are just exiting the box. Luke LaFaro with a great pit stop. He's going to overtake Aaron Brown as he had about half a second better pit stop than Aaron Brown. That shows off the exit as Heater. Will he be able to pass these drivers? Yes, he will. He is chasing down Latham Joyner. His last time by, he was about 2/10 quicker than the 3 machine. Will be interesting to see how this strategy plays out. I think Brock Packard down pit lane in that 4th place position. Bruce Rivers in 3rd. Will he be electing to pit this lap? Yes, he will. So Joseph Madigan and Marshall Harris, the only 2 drivers that have not pitted yet in this green flag run. Yeah, the whole top 4, or everyone but the top 2 are a lap down, but Latham Joyner going to try to unlap himself back the old-fashioned way, I guess you could say, pass the leader himself. That's good. Close between him and Marshall Harris as Marshall gets really tight on the inside line. As Latham gonna try to get around Joseph Madigan as he goes to the bottom side. Joseph goes top. As Eric Heater about 2.7 seconds back from Latham Joyner, but I think Latham having to pass that traffic could affect him on this lap right here. Will Heater have to pass that off traffic? That's also a good question. Conklin ahead of Luke LaFaro and Aaron Brown. Luke Pearson, he has pitted 25 laps to go. No, actually, no, he has not pitted yet, actually. So, he might be just trying to save fuel. So, compared to these drivers, Heater has about 4 lap fresher tires than Latham Joyner. Aaron Brown and Luke LaFaro have 6 lap fresher tires than Luke LaFaro. 3 lap fresher tires than Eric Heater. So Latham Joyner going to try his best to hold on for about 7 or 8 more laps. He has about 2-second lead over Eric Heater, and he has about a 5-second lead over Aaron Brown, who has 6 lap fresher tires in him. Luke LaFaro last time I was about 4/10 quicker than Latham Joyner. That will not be enough to catch him. But if Heater catches him, which I think he will, they could battle, and that could slow him down, and that could allow Luke LaFaro, Aaron Brown to maybe get up there and battle with those drivers. And Marshall Harris and Joseph Magan still staying out, so I think they're hoping for a caution or something here. Maybe they can make enough fuel. Who knows? As we will see. With about 6 laps to go, when Joseph Magan crosses the line, looking forward game by Joseph Magan, unlapping himself. Aaron Brown going to do the same on the top side. Joseph! Oh, Aaron to the outside wall. He saves it. I don't know if it was the best idea to go to the outside of a car that's on old tires that kind of gets a little tight. But Peter closing the gap. 1 second is the gap between him and Latham Joyner. Peter will have to work around his way from some lap traffic. Hayden Lowe on the bottom. Peter goes a little bit higher than Hayden. Hayden's going to slow down for him. Putting him on the wall there. 5 laps to go. This is most likely for the lead between Eric Keeter and Latham Joyner. Unless Joseph Magan and Marshall Harrison save enough fuel to go the distance. But right now, I don't think they'll be able to. But right now, for the 3rd place, Keeter's closing big, but also Luke Lafaro is closing big. As Luke Lafaro gets around Hayden Lowell, as he's about 2 seconds back from Latham Joyner and Eric Keeter. 5 laps to go. Joseph Magan not down pit lane yet. Marshall Harris not down pit lane yet. Will these drivers be able to make it? As Heater on the top side. Gonna try to make it work. 4 laps to go right now. He looks low. Latham's gonna give it to him. He's probably gonna pinch him down. Run the high side actually. Let him get on the gas. Keeter's not going to be clear. Latham on the top side. Keeter just clears him with those new tires, but Latham's got to run. He's going to go to the top side. Side by side for 3rd for now, but most likely for the race lead. Joseph Magan down pit lane. Marshall Harris still staying out. 3 laps to go. And Eric Keeter gets by Latham Joyner. Luke Lafaro on a mission to try to snag that position from Eric Keeter. And most likely that will be for the win. Unless Marshall Harris can make it about 3 miles when he crosses the line. Will he be pinning this lap? He won't be, so he has to make it 3 more miles if he wants to get his first LRL win. Eric Keeter clears Latham Joyner, but Luke Lafaro on a mission about 1.5 seconds back. He's half a second quicker than Eric Keeter last time by. Unless something happens, I don't think it'll be enough. As Joseph Magan might have crossed the line a little too soon. That could have cost him some time there. Marshall Harris slow. I think he might be trying to save fuel. He has 1 more lap to go if he wants to make it. Marshall Harris, as a caution is out. Luke Peters around as Marshall Harris had to go 1 more lap. And that changes everything, as that will sack up the whole field as Luke Peters around on the back straightaway, coming to the white flag. Heartbreak for Marshall Harris if he could have made it. But let's see what happened here. It was the 66 trying to get by as he hits Peters. And Peters gets loose and overcorrects it. And around he goes down the back straightaway. And the caution flies. Heartbreak for Marshall Harris. I don't look at this from a chopper view. It looks like Peters just got car contact there, and from Bruce Rivers, 66. But we're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be right back before the green flag. as we're back here at Chicagoland, as we're gonna Eric Keeler decides to stay out right here. As a stay out. Yep. So we're gonna be interviewing our Marshall Harris and see if he could have maybe made it on fuel there. So he goes all the way back to the back. So we'll give him a quick interview here. Hello, Marshall. Got a copy?
Oh.
So you were so close to making it to the white flag. Do you think you could have had enough fuel to make it around one more lap?
At the fuel that we had, not really. I mean, we were cutting it close by a lot, but other than the caution came out, I think that was the only one that saved us. But starting in, I don't know what position I'll be in, but we'll see where it goes.
Yep, and I think we're coming up to the choose cone, so we'll let you go, and good luck on the rest of the race.
Yep, thank you.
That was Marshall Harris, and he's going to be restarting wherever people choose. So I think it is the choose cone this time by. As long as Eric Keeler on the race, he's going to choose the inside line. As Luke Lafaro chooses the outside. Do these drivers pit? They did not pit. So Luke Lafaro and Eric Keeler elect to stay out. Latham Joyner, Aaron Brown, Sean M. Conklin, and everyone else pits. Joseph Magan stays out. Everyone else decides to pit except Vincent Gucci. So these guys have about 15 lap old tires. Are restarting on the front row. So that'll be an interesting call here as we come to our first green white checkered. I think we've had to use the green white checkered in every race except 2. So had to use one at Daytona, Bristol Dirt, and here. So 3 of the 5 races we've had the green white checkered, and all of them have been very, very interesting. Now, especially with strategy here, this is gonna be interesting here. So we'll see how this shakes out as the Mustang iRacing pace car about to pull off here onto the virtual Chicagoland Motor Speedway pit lane. Pace car is off. Peter
Green flag, green
gets
flag.
on the gas pedal, and it's a little squirrely off the exit, but Aaron Brown's gonna push Luke Lafaro. He actually goes to the outside. Latham Joyner makes it 3 wide for second. He gets by Luke Lafaro. Got to clear a lot of flags there for the choose cone, but right now Conklin kind of boxed in between Aaron Brown and Luke Lafaro. Nowhere to go for it. Sean Conklin. As will he be able to make it 3 wide? Yes, he does. He goes 3 wide. Aaron Brown on the top. Can Aaron keep his top 3 streak alive? But most importantly, who will win this race? Peter out in front, side by side with Latham Joyner. Trying to side draft him. White flag in the air. Conklin has a huge run. Here comes Aaron Brown and everyone else behind. Conklin's got a huge run. He's going to look to the outside of Latham Joyner. Aaron Brown losing it. It's lying right in front of Eric Keeler. Side by side for the race lead. Latham Joyner blocks low. Here comes Conklin high. Will he be able to make it work? Conklin going to try to do a crossover move here. But Latham Joyner is going to be able to hold off Sean Conklin to get his first win in LRL. Conklin second. Kaplinger third. Hayden Lowe fourth after crashing early on in the race. And he gets up to 4th place. And Aaron Brown top 3 streak is over, but he gets 5th place, so his top 5 streak is still alive. But Latham Joyner wins the race after a crazy last lap caution, and I think there was a few wrecks in the back. Joseph Magan maybe wrecked, and Luke Lafaro. But look at that right now. Looks like Brock Packer gets into the Brock maybe got loose there. No, Luke got really tight there. Got into the Brock Packer, and Brock tried to save it, but hit Vincent Gucci around. But Latham Joyner gonna be burning it down on the front straightaway as Conklin hit a little on the racetrack. But Latham Joyner wins here tonight, and that'll be our 4th different winner of the season. as he's going to be able to burn it down here, leading only 9 laps. I think, I don't know who led the most laps. There was a lot of different lead changes there, especially towards that long green flag run. As he's going to be burning it down here. However, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back for the top 3 interviews. As we're back here at Chicagoland Motor Speedway, we're going to be interviewing our top 3 drivers as our race winner, Latham Joyner. Hello, Latham. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
You lead the final 2 laps to get the win here. What was your thoughts on the final restart and your decision to get to that apron and get to the inside of those drivers on older tires?
So I mean, on the final restart, I just wanted to save that set of tires and wanted to just line up behind wherever the leader was gonna go, so we could fire as early as possible. And then I didn't want to hit Eric because he didn't hit me whenever he tried to go by me. So I just tried to go the outside, kind of threw a little bit of a slide, so I just kind of crossed him over. Just hoping they weren't gonna spin tires, and they didn't. So it just kind of all worked out. And then we just tried to go to the apron to get away from everybody else, so nothing could affect it really.
So your strategy played a little bit early on that green flag run. Obviously, didn't really do much to the race, but if we did go green, that extra half a straight away, what what were you thinking there? Pitting about 20 laps early compared to some other drivers.
I was just gonna split the run in half and hoped it worked. I didn't really feel like saving fuel today, so we weren't gonna sit there and save 2 laps and drop way off the lead like the dude that was gonna win did. And so I just tried to cut it in half, run as fast as I could, which Eric obviously caught me, and I think whoever the next car was gonna catch me, and I was gonna end up finishing like fourth, which I was okay with. I mean, it was kind of whatever at that point, but so just tried to cut it in half, try to pull away, couldn't pull away enough, so then I was just kind of riding, and then the thing came out, and Eric didn't have a set of tires, because when I wrecked on lap one, I didn't take one, so I had one extra.
So anyone you think it's win?
Yeah, I just want to thank BHR Racing, Blaze Brinkley, Jacob Hefner, Mark Frimpong, obviously, all the goats. Mark's birthday, so holla. You already know. Um, and that's pretty much it. I wish we could have had a little bit more clean racing, but nobody could really choose a line here tonight. But some people would just go down and hit the apron and scoot up a couple lanes because once you hit the apron at 3 and 4, it's kind of dangerous. And some people just would kind of stay in between them in 1 and 2 and the 3 and 4 as well. But I think most of the drivers I expected to be clean were clean with me, and I tried to give them a whole lot of respect and let people have the spots whenever they caught me. So all in all, good race. I enjoyed it. So hopefully we can be back next week.
Yep, and congrats on your win here tonight, Colin.
Yep. Thank you, Casey.
I was Latham. We'll get third place, Eric Keplinger. Led 14 laps tonight. He had a pretty did some interesting strategy call. I'm not sure what happened, but we'll be. Hello, Eric. You got a copy?
I have a copy.
Um. So sorry. So yeah, the interesting strategy there. I didn't really see what happened to you. I think you pitted early, the second half of the race. What happened?
So on the restart, somebody got loose in front of Luke Lafaro, and Aaron was pushing behind me. So Luke had to check up a bunch, and it just damaged my radiator, and I started overheating, and I was gonna blow up, so I had to come down pit road, and that's what happened. I'm very lucky the caution came out. That basically put me back into the race. I'm extremely lucky to get top three. I came from like outside the top 10 to third. That's it's crazy to think about it, but hey, got second in qualifying. Was up front for most of the day, but things happen. But hey, at least out of all this, I led a lot of laps. And I got third.
Yep. And what was your thoughts on the entering that final restart there? A lot people standing on old tires, not having tires set. What was your thoughts there?
Just try to get to the front, honestly. I just had to work my way around many people. I'm surprised I got the third. I didn't realize some people stayed out, but it's just like, hey, I got lucky. I'm just glad to be in third place.
Yeah. And anyone you're thankful for tonight's good run?
I'd like to thank you, everybody else who raced tonight, and all my friends as well.
Yeah. And congrats on your third place finish here tonight at Chicagoland.
Thank you.
So Eric here last. Eric Keplinger last. We're bringing in Sean Conklin as he leads about 11 laps. A lot of people just lead about 10-ish laps tonight as bring him into the booth. Hello, Sean. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy.
So you round yourself up in second place after kind of fell back a little bit in that second half of the race, but you rebound the second after a great restart. You almost had the race lead there on the entering turn 4. What do you think you could have done differently to get the win?
For the win, I think I could have stayed high off 2 and get that run that way and maybe not break that momentum going down to the bottom lane. But it was a good race overall. We kind of got messed up by some net cone turns 3 and 4 in that wreck. But we rebounded because of that caution, had a good run, and I'll take second place out of that.
Yep, and anyone you think tonight's a good run?
You for putting this league on. It's very fun. Love doing this every Wednesday. So thank you.
Yep, no problem, and congrats on your second place finish tonight at Chicagoland.
Thank you.
That was a Sean Conklin 14 machine. So we'll take a quick look at caution info, I guess. We had 3 cautions for 11 laps to 17 lead changes tonight. Fastest lap of the race is 29.7. Let's see at that lap time. It would have been Aaron Brown with the fastest lap of the race. So that's the Aaron. Take a quick look at our grid here. Latham Joyner obviously winning tonight. Sean Conklin second. Eric Keplinger third. Halo fourth. Aaron fifth. Eric Keir sixth. Bruce Rivers seventh. Marshall Harris eighth. Joseph Magan ninth. Uglifar were 10th after staying out on old tires. People who stay out on old tires 6th and 10th. So I mean, obviously, probably didn't prefer to stay on old tires, but those drivers, Brock Packard 11th, Luke Pierce 12th, Vincent Gucci 13th, Joshua Washington to round out the field for tonight. Overall, it was a pretty fun race. A lot more multi-groove than I expected. I thought it would be a little bit more of a one-lane racetrack, maybe two if we got lucky. But overall, really fun night. So we'll see you guys next at North Wilkesboro most likely, unless that track gets. But guys, next.